Don't you trust me?
If you would like to see just a character skin, feel free to use one of these options now. Welcome to the League of Legends Champion Spotlight featuring Ahri, the Nine-Tailed Fox. In this video, I'm going to cover each skill and how they all work and scale, as well as show you all the current skins available, with the exception of limited edition and or promo skins, i.e. packs, skins, giveaway skins, etc. So come and join us, and feel free to leave a comment below. The order you will be seeing the skins are Classic Ahri, Dynasty Ahri, Midnight Ahri, Firefox Ahri, Popstar Ahri, Challenger Ahri, and finally Academy Ahri. The animations you are seeing first is your taunts and dance. On a side note, you might notice later on that some animations are missing from skins, and that is only because they are identical to the classic skin in movement and visual textures, but you can rest assured that if there is a change, it will be there. Due to a bug during recording of the video, unfortunately the Orb of Deception for Challenger Ahri skin will not be shown in this video. Ahri's passive is Essence Thief, which allows her to regenerate a set amount of health for every enemy hit. The way it works is with her abilities. Each ability you cast can generate 1 stack towards her passive, and up to 3 stacks per ability, even if it would hit more than 3 targets. Once her passive is stored 9 stacks, her next ability cast will regen health based on your level plus 9% of your current ability power, as extra healing for every target hit within the ability. The amount you regenerate is as follows. From level 1 to 5 you regenerate 3 health per target. From level 6 to 10 you regenerate 5 health. Level 11 to 15 is 9 health, and in level 16 to 18 you regenerate 18 health per target hit. For example, if you are level 6 and have 100 ability power, then you will regenerate 14 health for every target you hit with an ability. One of the best ways to make use of this passive is with Ahri's first ability, Orb of Deception. Orb of Deception is an ability where Ahri casts out her magical sphere that she holds in her hand, towards the target direction your mouse is located. The orb travels 880 units, which is roughly the length of 4 champions standing next to each other. However, there's a second part to this ability where it will boomerang back to you, which increases the range to roughly 5 champion lengths due to the large hitbox on the orb. Once the orb has reached its farthest length, it returns to Ahri following her movements and allowing her to slightly alter its path. While the orb is in flight, Ahri gains 215 movement speed instantly that rapidly decays to 80 movement speed in 0.5 seconds. Once she catches the orb, it returns to a 0 movement speed bonus. Ahri's orb does magic damage when she casts it out. At first stage, it does a base of 40 damage. At second stage, it increases to a base of 65. Third stage goes up to 90, fourth stage is 115, and finally maxes out at 140 base damage at 5th rank. Each stage is also coupled with a 35% ability power ratio. As the orb returns to Ahri, the damage changes from magic damage to true damage. This means no amount of magic resist can prevent the damage from the return flight. So for example, if you have 100 ability power and Ahri's orb hits a target going out, it can do a total of up to 75 damage at stage 1. But if Ahri's orb hits a target coming back, it does 75 true damage at stage 1. If the orb hits the target twice, the numbers are added together and you are considered to be doing mixed damage, aka magic and true damage combined. Ahri's second ability is Foxfire, which upon activation summons 3 orbs of fire that orbit around Ahri in a clockwise motion. These orbs will seek out a target when their rotation brings them within a set distance of any enemy or neutral target. The orbs prioritize the enemy champions, then the last target Ahri hit with an auto attack, and finally minions and neutral mobs. Each flame is considered a separate projectile, for anything that stops projectiles or hostile spells, i.e. Sivir's Spell Shield, Yasuo's Wind Wall, etc. Ahri must have line of sight on target for the orbs to launch off in pursuit, though once the orbs have taken flight, they will follow the target out of sight until they hit or are stopped. The only 3 ways that the orbs can fizzle out is if the target dies, Ahri dies, or Ahri enters a stasis, i.e. Zhonya's Hourglass, Bard Ultimate. The orbs deal 40 damage at stage 1, 65 damage at stage 2, 90 damage at stage 3, 115 damage at stage 4, and 140 damage at stage 5. All the stages also have 40% ability power, scaling in addition to their base damage. More than one orb may hit the same target, though the second and third orb do decreased damage. The second and third orb's damage become 12 damage at stage 1, 19.5 damage at stage 2, 27 at stage 3, 34.5 at stage 4, and 42 at stage 5, with only a 12% ability power scaling at all stages. So if you have 100 ability power and use Foxfire on a champion, and all 3 hit, The first orb will do 70 damage, the second orb will do 24 damage, and the third will also do 24 damage, for a total of up to 118 damage. Ahri's third ability is Charm, which upon casting sends a heart-shaped projectile flying in the direction of a player's cursor. The projectile stops at the first minion, neutral monster, or champion hit. If nothing is hit, the projectile disappears. When the projectile hits a target, it dissolves and the affected target walks harmlessly towards Ahri at 50% movement speed. The base damage at stage 1 deals 60 damage, at stage 2 it does 95 damage, then 130 damage at stage 3, 165 damage at stage 4, and finally 200 even damage at stage 5. Each stage has an additional 50% ability power scaling. The charm duration is increased per stage as well, starting at 1 second at stage 1, 1.25 seconds at stage 2, 1.5 seconds at stage 3, 1.75 seconds at stage 4, and finally 2 seconds at stage 5. So for example, at stage 1, if you have 100 ability power, Ahri's charm does 110 damage, and then the target is charmed for 1 second. This charm is primarily used to set up for her other abilities, giving Ahri enough time to cast her Orb of Deception and her Foxfire at an easy to hit target, as well as set up for the rest of your team to take advantage. Ahri's ultimate ability is called Spirit Rush. When activated, it allows Ahri to dash in the direction of your cursor and fire up to 3 energy bolts that each pursue one of her nearest visible enemies. However, each enemy can only be hit by 1 bolt at a time. Spirit Rush can then be casted to 2 additional times within 10 seconds of the first time, each of which costs no additional mana and also sends out additional bolts of energy. When Ahri dashes, she can also go over terrain as long as it isn't wider than her dash. At stage 1, 1 bolt of energy has a base damage of 70. At stage 2, it increases to 110, and finally caps out at 150 at stage 3. Each stage has an additional 30% ability power scaling. For example, if Ahri had 100 ability power and used Spirit Rush, each bolt would hit for up to 100 magic damage, which means if she uses her dash 3 times and hits the same target each time, it would deal up to 300 magic damage. That's it for the Champion Spotlight featuring Ahri, the Nine-Tailed Fox. I hope you enjoyed the video and that after viewing it you understand more about the champion and the mechanics behind her. Now get out there and do your best. Feel free to leave a comment below and don't forget to keep an eye out for my next Champion Spotlight.